Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, how we doing? Crimsonites, we doing all right? We got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about it, y'all. Because I wasn't going to really speak on this more than I had done before. I kind of put out my theory on why Keke Palmer was now coming out with allegations about Darius Jackson allegedly abusing her over this whole time. And I had said that it seemed as if she was trying to set it up as to where she wouldn't have to pay no child support. If he's an abuser and she could convince, people of that or convince a judge of that, then she would be able to get permanent full custody of the child. And in that way, she would not need to give him any child support. And so that way she'd be able to kick him to the curb without owing him anything. And he would not be in a legal position to ask her for anything, considering the fact that they are not married. They are not getting a divorce. So therefore, he is already not entitled to any sort of spousal support and things of that nature. So the only way that he could dig in her pocket, if he wanted to dig in her pocket, would be the way so many women do it, and that's through child support. So notice how women do whatever they can to protect themselves from child support. Men, on the other hand, don't have as many things to their benefit and that can help them avoid child support. The only way that I've really seen men sort of kind of control that situation is if they're the ones that file the child support on themselves. Because if they do it, then they're in control of whether or not the case gets closed. They can close the account down and not rely on her and her stories and all of these other things. You know what I'm saying? It gives him a little bit more control over the whole child support thing, but I digress. So that was my theory as to why she was coming out with these allegations now, because they broke up. People think that they got back together after the Usher thing. What we're about to hear is contrary to that thought. Darius did not go back with her. They broke up after that. Now, I'm not saying that was the only reason for they breakup, but it probably was the straw that broke the camel's back. So therefore, they did not get back together. She just quieted down, and it served her to quiet down for a little bit after she got real reckless with what she was posting and all of those sorts of things. Now she can come out with these different allegations about what he is doing and how he's been manipulating her. She's trying to paint the picture that he's the narcissist. And to me, I could be wrong, but if there is a narc in the situation, it's probably Keke, because she's going on a smear campaign, and that's narc 101. When they're done with you, when they're in the discard of you, when they are in discard phase and the relationship is not going to be repaired, it's done. The thing that a narc likes to do if they can is completely smear your name, completely destroy like your reputation, to have other people thinking you crazy, having other people can't stand you, ruining all kinds of stuff from you. They will go on a smear campaign. They will do it. If they have the opportunity and they feel like it would be of some benefit to them somehow, oh, your name gonna go through the mud. And they will make up lies in order to do this. They'll make up complete lies, or they will twist things that actually happened, but turn it around. And then you will be somewhere trying to defend yourself against stupid stuff. You'll be like, that never happened. Like, that did not go down like that. Did such and such happen? Yes. But not for the reason you saying. That's not that wasn't the circumstances. What is you talking about? And you know, if they are a seasoned narc, that smear campaign is a monster. So, if there is a narc, it might be her because she's the one going on a smear campaign. He didn't go on a smear campaign. So now, what I want to do is we are going to head right on over to good old Twitter. And we are going to see some things. We're going to listen to Keke's mother, Miss Sharon, talking cray to Darius. This is right after the whole Usher thing, right? This is not after the breakup just now. This is not after these allegations. This is just before. This is during or right around the whole Usher thing. Now, the audio is 6 minutes long and she cussing up a storm. So we're going to listen to it, but please be aware that she's cussing and acting a fool. Now, mind you, Keke is on the line as well. It seemed as if she called her mom, but Keke is with Darius, like physically with him, as the call is going on. And so I need y'all to hear this. Before we do it, let me go into the super chats. Thank you so much, Pharaoh. Said prenups are vital. Thank you so much, Theo, for your contribution. And thank you, Ty Box, and say it was only a matter of time before the dirt came out in the wash. Listen to pieces of DJ Academics with receipts that tell a different tale. They definitely tell us a different side of this story. Now, let me be clear that I have my theories and my thoughts, but I'm not necessarily taking a particular side right now, just because everything has not shaked out. However, I want people to remember the Brick Lady. I want people to remember Amber Heard. I want people to recall these women who came out in a high profile or viral way to blame me and some man somewhere for consistent abuse, only to find that they were indeed the abusers. Thank you, Amber Heard, for making sure that we do not just automatically believe all women, no matter what she say. Exactly. Meg Thee Stallion is in that. Swore to God that Tory Lanez shot her. That story still don't make no sense. And everybody jumped on that bandwagon. Please do not let it cross your mind. Thanks to Amber Heard. Please do not let it cross your mind that a hyena will not lie all the way to a trial. They will lie to all the way up through a court proceeding. Okay? Amber Heard did it. Right in front of everybody's face. Meg Thee Stallion did it. Right in front of everybody's face. The brick lady, while that didn't go to no trial or something because she got exposed to the hoax before it go, she still got the sisterhood for $40,000. So they will go all the way up and waste taxpayer dollars through a court proceeding, and they be lying. Amber Heard sat up there and snotted and cried. She sat there and ugly cried on some stuff that Johnny Depp wasn't even doing. Okay? Amber Heard sat up there and cried to a jury about how Johnny Depp, of all men, excuse me, Johnny Depp, of all men, was just wailing on her. Jonathan Major's girlfriend just did it. Took that all the way to a court proceeding. He was beating on me. He was hitting me in the back of the cab. A whole lie. They brought her up on charges. They said, wait a minute now. Because evidence says that you was the one hitting and carrying on. Tried to lie on Michael Irvin. Had it not been for videotape evidence, he'd have been somewhere hemmed up in a court trying to fight allegations. And you know you can't prove a negative. You cannot prove a negative. You cannot prove that something didn't happen. That's why the burden of proof be on the person that, accuse you. Because they got to prove that it did. Because you can't prove negatives. Prove you didn't eat the piece of cake. How can I prove that I didn't eat the piece of cake? How is possible? Okay. So here we have Keke's mama, and you know it's some hyena boneyard foolishness. It is boneyard shenanigans going on anytime your mammy done got in your business and is on the phone with the man you said is your man and your baby daddy, and she cussing him out for you. She's saying all the stuff that you do not say, which means that you are telling her all of your business. Let me get to the rest of these super chats. You know what? I'll get to super chats later. I see them and I thank you for them. But we gotta at least kick off listening to this rant. And I want you to listen closely. Okay. Now, mind you again of the cussing in camp.
Yeah. Girl, I've seen this like 20 different times, Sharon. It doesn't faze me anymore. None of what y'all do faze me anymore. Come on now. Where's my son at? Where's my son at? Okay. Okay. I'm sure. That's what you raised. That's what you raised. Okay. I'm sure. I'm sure. Okay. Yep. All right, so about a bullet. All right, so about that bullet again. Okay. Okay. Y'all have no idea who you stepped up and played with, but it's all good. Yeah. Nope. So I tried to be nice. But you gonna talk about my daughter? You gonna harass my daughter? You gonna talk about Usher? Usher is gay. You and your stupid family don't even understand the business. Usher is gay, guys. Told her to put some clothes on. 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 She's a mom. She has to put some clothes on. She's a mom. She has to put some clothes on. Yeah. Okay. So where my son go? Harassing my family. They are harassing my daughter. Where's my son at?
Even Marcus Johnson, the nigga that your brother's named after, his kids told me y'all are crazy.
Okay.
He was the one in the video. They told me that you and your brother's crazy. It's crazy because your brother's named after their dad.
Right.
And they said y'all are nuts.
I'm sure.
You got to go. Can he still hear me?
Oh yeah, he hears.
I'm just waiting for my son. Where's my son at? It's football Sunday. He used to be with his family.
You ain't got a family. Your bitch family, your dick sucking brother, sister that you chose, your immigrant mama. Please.
They have nothing to do with this. They have nothing to do with this. They have nothing to do with this.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Your mama do. She the one got you thinking you can go around and harass women because your daddy harassed her.
Okay.
And your grandmama told me his mama's crazy. We've never been able to do anything with her. I don't know why my son stayed with her, but yeah, she's crazy. And if Darius is listening to her, he should be ashamed of himself. That's what your damn grandmama told me. Your grandmama told me your mama was crazy, and that if you wanted to listen to your mama,
she's schizophrenic, and so is he. You both need medicine.
Yeah, the grandmama said that if you wanted to keep listening.
Now, I'm going to pause this for a moment. Never are we hearing about all of that ranting that her mama's doing. Mind you, the stills of him supposedly beating on her is from 2022. The Usher incident is a few months ago. So if he been beating on her since 2022, those stills are from February of 2022. It is about to be February 2024 in another couple of months. If he was whooping on her from that day to the day you talking crazy to him on that phone, why in all of that ranting don't we hear her mother say, and stop hitting my daughter? I know that you fight her, or you keep putting your hands on her and something gonna happen to you. Now, all of this ranting is because he said what he said publicly about her clothing in the Usher situation. Sent a whole daisy cutter Usher's way. Usher ain't did nothing to now one of them. Usher was at his show. I actually don't really blame Usher. Now, he got a little bit messy, but bottom line is it was on Keke to not in to not participate, just like Winnie Harlow didn't participate. Okay. So ultimately, I don't blame Usher for none of that stuff. Usher was at his show. Okay. He didn't tell her to be showing her cheeks at the show. She wore what she wanted to wear to that show. He can't control what the audience members wear. So she decided to get around there and be wearing a sheer dress and turn her booty to. She did all that. Keke is a grown woman that made a decision to do what she did. Okay. If Darius is a woman beater, if this guy likes to skibbity pap Keke, and you're her mother, and you bold enough to talk this crazy to that man, don't you think you might be putting your daughter in more danger? If it just think about that for a second, audience. I need y'all to think about that. If Darius is a skibbity pap, he a whole woman beater around here. He be popping, okay? He be gone to town. Cause that little steel, he was, you know what I'm saying? Stone cold stunnering her across the couch, okay? A whole people's elbow. He was like this. You feel me? On the couch. If he be dropping sweet chin music, then first of all, wouldn't that be why you were angry? And number two, don't you think if I upset this guy, my daughter is over there, he may get mad, and just because he ain't saying nothing back to me, he might take this out on her. So let me find another way to communicate. And I don't even really want to talk to him. I want to get my daughter away from him. He is an abuser. He beats on her, he fights her. She told me that. She told me that a couple of times. I told her, don't mess with him. It's still going on and all that kind of stuff. Get on away from him. This is hyena. This is the boneyard right here. This is a hyena mother coming in to bite a maggle for her hyena daughter. This is two hyenas doing what hyenas do in the hyena clan, which is bully the males. Bully the male hyenas. They double teaming him. They double teaming him on the phone. I mean, if we looking at the same video shots where he's supposedly giving her the last ride over the couch, then we don't need to be talking to him like that on the phone. Because he might roll up, okay, and do a whole choke slam. Let's go back.
I'm sure. You got to go.
Can you still hear me?
Oh yeah, he hears.
I'm just waiting for my son. Where's my son at? It's football Sunday. He needs to be with his family.
You ain't got a family. That bitch family, your dick sucking brother, sister that you chose, your immigrant mama, please.
They have nothing to do with this. They have nothing to do with this. They have nothing to do with this.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Your mama do. She the one got you thinking you can go around and harass women because your daddy harassed her.
Okay.
And your grandmama told me his mama's crazy. We've never been able to do anything with her. I don't know why my son stayed with her, but yeah, she's crazy. And if Darius is listening to her, he should be ashamed of himself. That's what your damn grandmama told me. Your grandmama told me your mama was crazy, and that if you wanted to listen to your mama,
she's schizophrenic, and so is he. You both need medicine.
Yeah, the grandmama said that if you wanted to keep listening to your mama, that Keke needed to let you go. Because Keke is a brilliant person, and Darius should be lucky to have her. So if you think she's a whore, then why don't you take your limp dick and find the woman that you want to find? Why you over my daughter's house? Why you always around
my
her
son.
call her cunt bitches?
My son.
A Mexican.
For my son. My son.
Why harass me? You don't have to harass me.
But for my son.
But you don't have to
My
harass
son. Where's my son? Where's my son?
You need to stop harassing.
Where's my son? That's all I'm just asking for. I'm not here for her.
All you do is
That you put her through? That you put her through?
Wait,
Bro.
I don't know why I went back or whatever.
That's what your damn grandmama told me. Your grandmama told me your mama was crazy, and that if you wanted to listen to your mama,
she's schizophrenic, and so is he. You both need medicine.
Yeah, the grandmama said that if you wanted to keep listening to your mama, that Keke needed to let you go. Because Keke is a brilliant person, and Darius should be lucky to have her. So if you think she's a whore, then why don't you take your limp dick and find the woman that you want to find? Why you over my daughter's house? Why you always around
My
her
son.
call her cunt bitches?
My son.
A Mexican.
For my son. My son.
Why harass me? You don't have to harass me.
But for my son.
But you don't have to harass
my son. Where's my son? Where's my son?
You need to stop harassing.
Where's my son? That's all I'm just asking for. I'm not here for her.
That
you put her through? That you put her through?
What the fuck is you saying, ignorant?
That you put her through?
Can you speak English? That's part of the reason why you can't get no acting job.
I'm sure.
Your articulation is poor.
I'm sure.
What the fuck are you think?
I'm sure. If only you actually like.
Put it through? What does that mean? Can you put it through?
He's trying to do the whole child actor parents sacrifice their childhood gag.
Oh, well, okay, well, we got
look at her.
$30 million today.
Look at her. That's fine.
Yeah, I sacrificed her, I guess.
Okay.
If that's what you want to say. But what did your mama do to you?
Huh?
You up.
My mom's fine.
You should have been a child entertainer.
I'm
You
good.
should have been one. Maybe you would have more gumption. Maybe you would have more get to it. Because your mama, she turned you into a punk mama's boy who harasses a woman. What kind of is that? Your mama should be ashamed of herself. She should be telling you, why are you harassing this girl, Jerry?
You that because you're nuts.
Yeah.
There's no reason for you to say that. Jezebel, calling me.
He's crazy. His whole family is crazy. His grandmama came out and said that they all need medicine. But you didn't know this before you got your little light-skinned baby? That what you telling me? We didn't know that Darius had some sort of mental problem, supposedly, before you got your baby, before you was parading around with him in public, before you was trying to act like y'all relationship was so dope and this and that. You don't know that. He don't show you no signs of that. If you're trying to be with a man, see, I find it a tremendous red flag when you try to be with somebody and several members of their own family be like, do not mess with this one. Don't mess with this one. This one is crazy. You don't want to get into it. You don't want to get into a relationship with them because they crazy. If your whole family, if 2, 3, 4, 5 members of your family come out to your potential mate, your person that you trying to have a relationship with, and they come out and be like that meme with Vince McMahon talking about some, if they doing one of these behind their back, like don't, you might wanna listen to that. You might wanna step back and be like, I don't know, because this person family don't rock with them. I'm new here, so I know they loyalty ain't with me. But your family don't be rocking with, why? Why your family don't? So your family don't rock? Nobody? So if Keke, if you and your mammy knew that Darius was crazy, why was you with him? Especially long enough to have a whole child with this man. You know, it just smelled like cap. It smelled like a sweaty snapback. It smelled like a sweaty, dirt round the rim snapback out of a gas station. I smell cap. Because let me get to these super chats, and then we're going to continue on. Thank you so much, Casual Gamers, a long time listener. Keep going. Love this channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much for that. Thank you so much. Jared said this is very calculated. She waited till holiday season while all this stuff is rushed through. Exactly. They, it ain't hardly no judges and stuff. Little holidays be coming through. Thanksgiving is around the corner. Them judges ain't up in there. They ain't coming back for a week, and all this kind of stuff. Thank you, Lydell. Say expose it, sister. Yeah, we got to. I appreciate you, Lydell. Thank you. Once again, Jared said Keke got rewarded with being a host of Soul Train Awards, but Jonathan Major loses everything on a lie and hasn't gotten his reputation back yet. Exactly. Thank you, Damien. Said the hyena doesn't fall far from them back feet. It sure does not. Thank you, Habitual Line Stepper. Said Cap, the most disgusting and disturbing part of the phone conversation is the sacrifice part. Mom said we got 30 million, so I guess I would sacrifice my daughter. 30 million is the price for Keke. Exactly. I caught that part as well. Thank you, Skinny Boy. Say he got to take this L. No way she hid her back feet for this long. See, he definitely does have to take the L dealing with her. But she got to take the L too, because she's the one that was coming out trying to act like it was all this and all that. Now all of a sudden, he ain't nothing. Like, it's the hyena playbook. Be with a dude, big him up in front of everybody. The moment you have a child with this man, Now all of a sudden this man was never no good. All of a sudden this man switched up on you. All of a sudden he's a deadbeat. All of a sudden he's crazy. All of a sudden he's a narc. All of a sudden he's manipulative. All of a sudden, just out of the clear blue sky, all of these men switch up when you have a baby. And you would think that if that narrative were true, y'all would stop having random babies. But you don't. You do not. You have random babies everywhere. We're going to let the hyena finish. It was just a couple minutes. It keep wanting to go back. Cause I call myself pausing it, but it don't like to be paused. So.
But for my son.
But you don't have to
My
harass.
son. Where's my son? Where's my son? I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm sure. If only you actually like.
What does that mean? Can you put it through?
He's trying to do the whole child actor parents sacrifice their childhood gag.
Oh, okay, well, we got
look at her.
$30 million today.
Look at her. That's fine.
Yeah, I sacrificed her, I guess.
Okay.
If that's what you want to say. But what did your mama do to you?
Huh?
You up.
My mom's fine.
You should have been a child entertainer.
I'm
You
good.
should have been one. Maybe you would have more gumption. Maybe you would have more get to it. Because your mama you up. She turned you into a punk mama's boy who harasses a woman. What kind of is that? Your mama should be ashamed of herself. She should be telling you, why are you harassing this girl, Jerry?
You do that because you're nuts.
Yeah.
There's no reason for you to say that. Jezebel, calling me Hades, that's all unnecessary. You do all of that unnecessarily because something's wrong with your mind. It's not normal. You sound like you have a broken brain and you need to go to see somebody because you're chemically imbalanced. There's nothing that I've done for you to stay on that page. People have endured more. I've endured more from you, and I don't do that to you. I don't sit up there and call you all kinds of names and do stuff like that. You randomly have an episode and then you harass me for an hour straight. That's what you do.
Now I'm gonna
It's not normal. It's not necessary. You could just not talk to me.
I'm gonna harass you. Upridge bisexual. He sleeps with men. You the stupidest fuck on earth.
You should know you spend more time with Dorian.
You the dumb and then you let your family, you let your brother talk you into, oh, hey man, look, your brother's a pussy too. Reputation in Hollywood is he's a fuck boy and he's a and nobody really likes him.
Now, that was the mother. That was Keke's mother and Keke on the phone. Just the disrespect, the emasculation, talking about him, talking about his mom, talking about his brothers, talking about his sexual organ. What business is that of yours? Whether he is packing something or not, whether he's small, whether he's good in bed, bad in bed, what business is it of yours as her mother? What he can do sexually or what he can't, or how much prowess he has sexually. You know it's hyena abuse when they start going after a man's sexuality when they're mad. Because if they had something substantial to be angry about, i.e., he's abusing her, then all of this sign language, all of this, you know what I'm saying, trying to insult him, insult his family, insult him as a man, insult his manhood, his mama raised 2 B's and blah, 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 and all that foolishness, it would not even be time for none of that if there was a real issue at hand about him physically abusing that girl. Because this videotape this audio is this year. The so-called steals of him, you know what I'm saying, drop kicking her earlobe is from last year. So we're not saying anything about that. You know whether or not he got a big D or a little one, but you don't know if he putting his hands on your daughter. You're so in her business that you don't know if he's putting his hands on your daughter or not, enough to say something about it, or enough you speculating about everything else. So speculate about that. If you feel like, hey, you are abusive to my daughter, then you never say that. That's 6 minutes of her ranting. And that was just a part of it. That wasn't even a whole conversation. You can hear how it cut off. And never one time do you say, hey, you know, and I know that you hit her, or you never allude to it. You never say it. Keke doesn't say it. He doesn't say it. So I call cap. Unless some irrefutable evidence to the contrary is presented, until further notice, this is cap. This is cap. Because there is no way on God's green earth that this man is what you keeping him around for? Because you're the one with the money. There are text messages where he's like, she cut my phone off. So this proves that she has the financial, not only does she have more finances than him, she was in financial control of what he was able to do and not do. You understand what I'm saying? Anytime a grown man gotta tell somebody that his woman done took his phone, and so he ain't got no way to talk because she done took the phone, this is obviously he's in a sucker position with this woman. Because not only do she make more money than him, she's in control of him through the money. You understand what I'm saying? So she controlling him through the money. This is why I said she don't want to pay child support, because he would definitely file for child support. He would definitely file for child support. And I'm not saying he'd be wrong for doing it. If he got full custody of the child, then she should pay child support. Women do this all the time. This is why they have babies by certain men, so that they can make sure that they have a lifestyle and all that type of stuff for having a child through child support. So it doesn't strike me as any surprise that he would do this, because for all intents and purposes, Darius is a maggot. He's a male hyena, because lions don't move like this. Okay, lions do not move this way. So we gonna call a thing a thing. I don't think he's abusive to her. He's just a maggot. He's a male hyena, and he moving like a male hyena. He moves like because only a male hyena would allow himself, no matter how much money his woman is making, for her to control him through the money. He ain't trying to let no chick control all the way down to whether or not he got phone at his access. Like, what is this? This is a 2002. You know what I'm saying? Hit you with the two-way time warp, where she can call. You know who she calling? T-Mobile, yeah. Cut his line off. Yeah, the 3652 line. Right, cut that off. We gonna put a temporary hold on that. Well, what are we doing? Can you imagine how petty you gotta be for you to call Verizon? Yeah, representative. No, I want to speak to a representative. Yep. Please enter or say your account PIN number 2653. One moment, please. We are connecting you to a Verizon customer service representative in 5 minutes. Thank you for calling Verizon. Hello, this is Tiffany from Verizon. How may I help you? Yeah, this is Keke Palmer. My account, please may I have your account number, your phone number that you're calling about? Okay, it's 555-222-1111. Okay, this is the number, this is the account. Yes, ma'am. I would like to put a hold on line number 2 on the account. I mean, what is he on punishment? You took this chirp. He can't do the boost chirp. He can't chirp. Took the whole chirp away. You was not chirping. You ain't chirping today, bro. So he would definitely get child support. He would file for it. This is why she made the move that she made, to keep him from doing that. Okay? He got a whole T-Mobile sidekick phone. She took it. She took, remember the T-Mobile sidekick phone? She took that Negro sidekick and was like, you ain't calling nobody with the sidekick. So this is the individual that we dealing with. Okay? I need y'all to understand. But with all that being said, and with all jokes aside, Darius is not beaten on. They exposed the real abuser in that phone call. The real abuse is coming from their side. The real abuse is coming from the hyenas, the female hyenas, because that's what they do to male hyenas. They gang up, they jump him, they corner him, they bite him and nip at him and stuff like that. Because if he was crazy, you would have heard him get upset on that phone call, because she said enough to make anybody upset. But in the beginning, he said something very clear. He said, I've heard this about 20 times, Miss Sharon. Nothing that it doesn't faze me anymore. Nothing that y'all do phases me anymore. He was over it. So this is not the first time that Keke and her mother have done that. And he said, I'm not here for Keke. I'm here for my son. Where is my child? From what I understand, he has filed a countersuit on her for custody of that child. I feel sorry for the baby, because the baby didn't ask for any of this foolishness. This is all foolishness that, in my estimation, is coming from Keke's side. Because Darius never came out with this. As a matter of fact, there is one, and I'm not going to show you too many receipts and the show would be too long. But in one of the text message screenshots, he was like, you decided to go through my phone. I never said that I was going to go public with anything. I actually never said that I was going to do that. So you preemptively, so what that tells me And I'm gonna show y'all one though. I do want to show. I do want to show. I do believe it is these text messages. No, it's not that one. I do want to show you. I'm sorry. Now, this is one that I do want to show you because it's very telling to me. Very telling to me. This is a message from Keke to Darius. It's like an email. Hey, I understand if you don't want to meet anymore. Not sure if you are getting my messages or not. She's blocked. But I am available today at 8 p.m. if you still wanted to meet at the Garland. And then he says, if you delete, this is one from him to her. This is in 2022. Said, if you delete the footage from last Sunday night, it'll only confirm how much of a manipulator you are. I talked among my people. You decided to look through my messages. I never threatened to speak out in public, only to the ones who I should have been telling all throughout. Leave me alone. My evidence is just a reminder to never ever speak to you again. Goodbye. Then he do the same day. He said, read to the phone. Is this a joke? Leave my family out of this. Leave us alone. Y'all mad, abusive, and controlling. I'm getting a new number today. You're done forever. And it's some sort of recording. So she out of pocket. She's out of control. And he blocked her. And then if he's abusive, why are you talking about? I don't know if you're getting my messages, but I'm I understand if you don't want to meet, but we can still meet. You can. You want to meet with the Skibby Pap King? You want to meet with him? He suplexed you over the couch, but you ready to meet him at the Garland at 8 p.m. That's what you ready to do? Huh? He hit you with the whole FU. And he hit you with a 619 across that couch. Booyaka, booyaka, 619 across the couch. Boom. And you ready to meet him at the Garland at 8. Now, this is in March of 2022. The video stills was from February of 2022. So a month later or less, after he done stone cold stunned you in the living room, you ready to go meet him at the Garland at 8. And Hyenas is all over social media, still trying to make it spin it where she's the victim in all of this. But the receipts say different to me. I mean, the truth shall set you free. Thank you again to the Amber Heards and the Brick Ladies of the world that showed us that hashtag believe all women. We not doing that. She gonna have to come with proof, like for that accusation, like anybody has to come with proof for any other accusation. You do not get to just lay that out there and it's gotta be true because you said it and you're female. We're not doing that. Let me get to these super chats, y'all. Rest of these super chats. I don't know if I caught you, Steve, but thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you so much, King Adam said the broke is dusty. Thank you. He said these delusional backfoots are still going to support her unfounded accusation. All they could say about this man is that he, quote, harassed her and called her names. At no point did they bring up the physical abuse on this call. It's telling. Clown world. Exactly. Thank you so much, Dale, for your contribution. I appreciate you as well. Thank you to Tristan for your super sticker. Thank you, Big Ben. Said, no, you didn't do the customer service. Was you because it's petty. Thank you, Ruben. It said, if this man had yoked that girl up, calls would have been made. Boy cousins would have been shown up and things would have befallen him. These are ratchets after all, money or not. Exactly. So if he been putting his hands on you for like the last year or two, she already done threatened to call somebody to assault that man sexually. So you could make that phone call for somebody to come put their hands on him. If that's what you making phone calls, you making phone calls. Thank you, RBN. Said, did you just hit us with the Rey Mysterio? Booyaka, booyaka. 619. Y'all remember the 619? I'm telling you, listen, I used to watch WWE, baby. The late 90s, all through the early 2000s. Oh, baby, bye. Oh, baby, bye. WWE early 2000, the Attitude Era. What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? Elimination Chambers. What y'all talking about? Royal Rumbles. What y'all talking about? Kane versus Undertaker. What y'all talking about? Okay, he broke her down with the walls of Jericho over the couch, and now you want to meet him at the Garland. Hey, girl, bye. He just had you in a figure 4 leg lock. He just had you in a figure 4 leg lock. Anyways, let me get out of here. Y'all jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Hey, assalamu alaikum. How you doing, sweetheart? Y'all say hi to Unc. I know y'all see him. So jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. If you have not, once again, I'm your hostess, the Crimson Cure, and that was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonite.